Okay. I think it worked. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yay! It worked. So my name is Deala, and I am going to share with you my Saint story and how makeup really changed my life in so many ways. It's insane. Oh, hi. Okay, so if you have any questions or anything, just throw them in the comments. I will do my best to see them, but if I don't, I will get back to them at the end. Okay, and if you see me looking down, I have notes to keep me on track. So, hello! Hi, this is so exciting. Okay, so this is a story about how my struggles and my journey has really shaped me to be at this point where Saint was just taking a leap of faith on myself. And I'm really excited to share it with you, and I'm so honored to have this privilege. So, I grew up in a hair salon. My mom was a hairstylist. I was a salon kid, right? I loved everything about beauty. I loved hair. I loved makeup. I loved the smell of perms. Trust me, it sounds crazy, but as a kid, growing up in a hair salon, that's just really like, oh, cat is gonna try and hang out with me. Cool. The smell of perms. I loved it, right? I loved everything. So when I graduated high school, I decided that I was going to be an esthetician because I loved everything about skin. I loved makeup. I loved waxing. I loved eyebrows. I loved all of it. So I jumped right in, and it was so fun. School was great. It was wonderful. I was engaged to my husband. We were making plans. Everything was great. We decided to set our sights on him going to school after I finished my 6-month program, and we moved to Sacramento, and I was really excited to be there. I was really excited to dive into my business. I was really excited to just kind of grow as a person. And a year into it, we found out that we were expecting our first child. So life has this funny way of you making plans, and then it says, here, just watch out, I'm gonna change this, right? So we found out at 20 weeks pregnant that my son was going to be born with a cleft lip and palate, just like my husband. And that kind of really gave us this like reality check of like, whoa, like he's going to have some medical needs that we just have to move back home. We need to be around family. And I really put my aesthetic business and really diving into that on hold. And my son's journey was really hard. His first surgery was at 3 months old. His second surgery was at 6 months old. His next surgery was at a year old. And so really dived into being a medical mom. Like he needed me, and I was on the forefront of just that, on top of dealing with my own mental battle with postpartum and being in the NICU for 6 weeks and feeding tubes and bottles and schedules and surgeries and doctor's appointments and just really living that really hard, not medical life. Like it was just really, looking back on it, sometimes I'm like, wow, how did I even have the energy to put on makeup? But I did, every day. When I went to the hospital, when I went to doctor's appointments, when I was feeling like I couldn't tackle the house, when I was feeling like I couldn't make dinner, when I was feeling like just really in a slum of being a medical mom and needing to be there for my son and battling postpartum depression and only being 20 and really just struggling, the one constant in that phase of my life was putting on makeup. It was a one thing that kept me grounded, right? It made me feel better. It made me feel like, okay, look, I feel whole again, and I could tackle the next thing, and I could take it on, and I would be like, okay, we got this. We moved through this phase. So Jackson is now 7, and he's rocking life and super fun and super cool, and I enjoy being his mom. 5 years after Jackson, we decided to have Raven, and Raven is my daughter is a spitfire, like sassy to the point, like, hey girl, I'm here, and she's just so fun, right? She decided that she was gonna throw a kink and everything, and she surprised us. So at birth, I had no idea that she was going to be born with a medical condition also. So she was born with something called Pierre-Robin sequence, or PRS, and it's where your jawbone stops growing and it sets off a chain of events. So your jaw is set back, it collapses basically on your esophagus, causing your tongue to set up, causing a cleft, causing all these things. So at a month old, she had to have a jaw distraction. And that required her dad and I to really hone in on the fact that her first surgery was at a month old, and we were going back into the medical bubble, and we were like diving into it hard, and it was scary, and it was completely unexpected. And we've done all the genetic testing, and we still have to this day no idea why she was born with it. There's absolutely no genetic DNA linking saying, this is why she has this. So getting thrown back into the medical circus reared up that lovely struggle with postpartum. I mean, you just had a baby, you're struggling, you're trying to take care of your older kids, you're wearing all the hats, you're doing all the things. Makeup. Every time, full circle, comes back around. The one thing I could do, the one thing that would keep me grounded, the one thing that really just made it better was makeup. So Raven's now 2. Between the 2 kids, we've had 10 surgeries, and we're gearing up for another one. So Raven was about 1.5 years old, and I found my upline on Pinterest. And I was like, dang, I love her hair. I want her haircut. She's so cute. She's so bubbly. Harmony. And it really was like, oh, I like her makeup. So then Pinterest led to Instagram, and Instagram led to following her and being like, dang, her makeup's really cool. And oh my gosh, I would love that. And I love makeup. Why haven't I heard of this before? So I dove into being a customer, and again, I was still going through all of my, all my stuff, right? But I was still putting on makeup. So I was like, oh, this is awesome. So I decided to go back to work at the bank because I thought that's what I was good at, right? I liked being there, kind of. I liked doing it, kind of. I was good at it. It's a consistent paycheck. It was this, that, checked off all the boxes. So I was working and dealing with the kids' medical issues and doing all of that, and I just kept going back to the fact that I loved this makeup and I wanted to know more about it, and I wanted to really know more about the artist opportunity. And I kept going back and forth, back and forth. And finally my husband looked at me, and it was the start of COVID, and I was just really stressed out because school got shut down, and I was an essential worker, and I couldn't not go to work. Like, my kid was out of school and had to go back into daycare, and it was all of these struggles, right? Again, here they come. And the one thing I could do was put on makeup every day. And it was the one thing that kept me really just going, right? I'd wake up early, I would drink coffee, I would have on comfy leggings, I would put on my makeup, and I would feel instantly like the way that I look is the way that I want to feel. I want to feel glow. I want to feel happy. I want to be tan. Even in December or January, I want to be tan. And so I did a little bit more research on the artist program. And I did a little bit more research, and I kind of told with it back and forth. And my birthday rolled around, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to take all my birthday money and I'm just going to do it. Like, whatever. So I made the decision to do it, and I hit the ground kind of slow. Like, it was a side hustle. It was a side thing. It was it was whatever. I was still working at the bank, right? And the more that I got involved, and the more that I met all these beautiful people, and the more that I learned from my upline, and the more that I learned from Rachel, and the more that I learned from all these beautiful people, I wanted to be that happy, right? I wanted to feel that. Like, I wanted to truly, the way that I looked, I wanted to feel, and I wanted it to just click. And I was like, So we made it through summer, and that was a uphill battle with my son. Like, he hated daycare. He hated that I had to go to work. I hated that I had to go to work. I hated that he cried every day. I hated that he was struggling so bad, and I couldn't be there for him. Through all of his other struggles, through all of his major events, through all of these major things, I was there. I was able to be there for him. And this was the one thing that he was really struggling with, that I couldn't be there for him. I genuinely couldn't be there for him. And that ripped me to shreds. Like, it still makes me want to cry. Like, it literally brought tears to my eyes that my son was struggling so bad. And I remember being like, school will start, school will get normal, school will start, you'll have a schedule again, you'll be consistent, it'll be great, like, let's just get to school, let's just get to school, let's just get to school. And we got there, and it was completely different. Like, what was I expecting? Like, that August was gonna roll around, and everything was gonna go away, and everything was gonna be rainbows and sunshines again. And we, Northern California has a lot of wildfires, and school got canceled because of the smoke, and school got canceled because of this, and all these things started happening again. And I was like, oh Lord, I cannot take another struggle. Like, I cannot take another battle. And at this point, I had been in therapy. I had worked through trauma, and I had done the work, and I had the tools to really dive into, like, okay, Abby, what is the main issue? And it came back to, I couldn't be there for my kids when they needed me. I was not happy doing what I was doing, and I was losing myself again. And I did not want to lose myself again. I have been lost, and that was the one thing I didn't want to do again. I didn't want to lose myself. And so I called my therapist up, and I was like, listen, I am on the brink of, like, losing it again, like falling down, losing it. And she goes, Abby, do something every day for yourself. Evaluate the situation at best you can, and make a conscious decision. Don't just make an emotional decision, make a conscious decision. Like, okay. So I took a couple months, and I, still son crying every day, feeling like a crappy mom, like all these things, right? And I finally looked at my husband, and I said, I don't want to do it anymore. And he was like, okay. And I was reading a book by Rachel Hollis, Girl Wash Your Face, and I was in this chapter in it that really resonated with me. That was like, don't just waste. Like, don't do something. Do something. Anything, do something, right? Do it, and do it well. And I was like, I'm good at makeup. I'm good at being an esthetician. I'm good at the beauty industry. I love it, right? Like, just talking about it makes me so excited. Like, I love it. I love everything about it. I love the environment. And the thing that I love the most about Seint is the culture of women that are around you are absolutely beautiful. That they're absolutely captivating human beings. And they make it 10 times more than just makeup. It's more than just makeup. It's a tribe. It's your people. And I looked at my husband and I said, I have found what I have been missing. And it was there all along. It was every day struggling, putting on makeup. Every day putting on makeup. Handing my children over to surgeons and hoping that nothing went wrong in the OR. It was makeup. And it kind of followed me my whole little tried, true, I'll be there for you, don't give up on yourself, I'm there for you. And when I decided to quit my job at the bank and dive full-fledged into being a Seint artist and to making it, like, not just a side hustle, making it be my passion and be my goal and my drive and my fill my cup up, because you can't give if your cup's empty. It was the best, most liberating feeling ever, and it is a joy to be a Seint artist. It's a joy to have the privilege to help women feel beautiful, but also see their beauty the way that you see them. Because not a lot of people are hard on themselves, right? We're hard on ourselves. We're we wear so many different hats and we do so many different things, and sometimes we get in that rut, the sling in the mud, the day in, day out, and it kind of falls to the wayside. But I love being able to have this be more than just makeup. It's more to me than that. It's a tribe of women who are like-minded and support you no matter what. And it's this beautiful chosen family that gets to be linked together through makeup and through helping others feel beautiful and be beautiful, and really just enjoying that feeling of seeing their reaction to the way that they feel. And it's also beautiful that it's that simple. And looking back at my struggles and all of my ups and downs and my really lows, and really diving into it, makeup saved me, but it also helped me find myself. And I honestly, if you are on the fence about being an artist or you're curious about it, girl, pick up that phone and call your artist, whoever brought you here. You pick up that phone and you call and you ask those questions, because I will tell you, it is a decision you will never regret. And I will never regret this decision, ever. And I just am honored to be a Seint artist, because I get to do what I love, my passion. I get to fuel my passion for everything beauty. I get to drink coffee because I love it. I get to wear leggings every day. That's a requirement for me. And I get to do it all while being able to be there for my kids. And when they need me, I'm here. I'm 2 seconds away. You need me? I got you. But I also just get to do something that I love, that is my absolute passion and drive. And it's just an honor to be able to do it. And I am so thankful that putting on makeup every day and really pulling it through and coming full circle has shown me that this is so amazing and so great and so wonderful. And I love it. I love being a Seint artist. I love slaying the makeup. I love it all. I think it's wonderful. And through all my struggles, it really did change my life. My struggles built me who I am today, and without them, I wouldn't be the person I am today. I wouldn't be the mom that I am. I wouldn't be the wife that I am. I wouldn't be the human that I am. And having makeup be there for me day in and day out is just the best thing that ever happened to me. And stumbling upon that Pinterest pen and falling down the rabbit hole was probably one of the greatest days, because it really did change how I look at life and how I love making people see their true beauty and feel it and believe it. And you get to do that being a Seint artist, and that is the most amazing thing ever. So if you're on the fence, pick up the phone, call your artist who brought you here, and ask questions. And if you're like me, just take the dang plunge. Just do it. Take a chance on yourself, because you're not gonna regret it. You're gonna fall in love with it, and it's amazing and wonderful. And gosh, it just makes me so happy. And yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So I hope all of you have a great day. Thank you so much for listening live. If you listened live, if you're catching the replay, thanks for watching. And I really just hope everyone has a wonderful, great day. And thanks for listening.